Okay, here we go. Here we go again. It's Friday. It's the first Friday of the month. It's non-farm payroll. I tell you what, that music gets me going every month as well. I get really excited when I hear that music. So if you're excited, you imagine how excited I am as well. Just make sure we're coming through okay. Good to see you in the room. Forex Info. Big lasers in from Australia as well. BNLF as well. And Unkubat is in. K-Morse is in the room today. NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Good to see you in the room, old chap. Good to see you there today. Marcus Wacky. We have got a whole bunch of first-timers in the room as well. We've got Brandy, he's not first-timer. Ama77, Andre's in the room. Sean Tonks and what have you. Now, I won't have time to say all of you. We have got over 350 people sitting in the room today. Special thank you, I think we start off with today. But special thank you to, look what I've just received. Just received that. Can you see that on the camera there? Right, that is, and a little note as well. What's happened to the note? The note's down here somewhere. There's a note from YouTube. Congratulations on 100,000 subscribers. Came a bit late. It's 140,000 now, but got my little plaque from YouTube. So thank you to all the YouTube followers that have subscribed to me over the years. It says here, 1 million subscribers may not seem a long way off, but you're closer than you think. We're rooting for you. Sincerely, Susan Wakachi, CEO of YouTube. So as a special thank you to YouTube subscribers, I've invited you into the room today as well. So thank you all for joining us. You won't be able to interact in the room, of course. You see me talking to other people. That's basically our members. But if you do drop some chat in there, we do have a team waiting behind to respond to it. But I won't see the chats coming in. But certainly I will do afterwards. So thank you again for following me on the YouTube channel. Thanks very much indeed. We do this every non-farm payroll, but we actually stream live around the clock, 5 days a week. Myself and my colleagues Max and Mark as well. So this is just a little bit of a snippet of what we do. Non-farm payroll, big event of the month. We also give away some cash prizes as well. So I'll now just really focus on you here in the room. So what's going to happen over the next hour or so? Basically, we're going to talk briefly here about non-farm payroll, the importance, what's been going on this week in the forex markets, in particularly leading up to the non-farm payroll with the FOMC. Let me just turn that squawk down for a second. Then we'll jump onto the charts. We'll look at certain prices that I'm looking at certain levels that we're looking at, and then we will hear the announcement, see if we can trade the announcement as well. This is a scalp trade. I'm not a big scalp trader over the data releases, although we do this on non-farm payroll. For those of you that tuned in for the FOMC on Wednesday. If you tuned in for that, you walked away 50 pips on the euro dollar if you traded with us on that. I'm going to tempt fate here. Out of the last 6 non-farm payrolls, we've actually made money on 5 of them. But I'm tempting fate, no doubt. This is going to be the one that's going to break the camel. So we will see how we get on that. Right, okay, let's get going. But the big one. After that, we've got prize giveaway as well. So I know a lot of you in the room here are waiting for that. This community is not all about me. But anyway, that's enough said about that. We give away $500 for the best room contributor. We give away $500 for the best signal provider for the last month in July. And then we have a $500 random raffle, as you know. So that's everyone is able to enter that. Unfortunately, only if you're, of course, the members in the room here. But you've got a chance to win $500. Always very exciting as well. Okay, so non-farm payroll was a funny one this week. Funny one in that we've just had the FOMC. FOMC is the Federal Open Market Committee. That's the Fed. They is the central bank of the US. They have moved their interest rates first time in a decade. Moved it by 25 basis points. 25 basis points on Wednesday. So ordinarily this NFP wouldn't have been, I don't think, too concerning. However, I think things changed a little bit yesterday when Trump started kicking the boot into the trade wars and so forth. When Powell announced the rate move on Wednesday, he was actually quite hawkish. Hawkish basically means, that he's more bullish of the economy, more bullish of the dollar, more bullish of interest rates, more positive on interest rates, not wanting to maybe cut too much. He actually labelled it, and that's one of the reasons why we sold the euro dollar, sold the euro dollar on Friday. He actually labelled it as on Wednesday. We actually labelled it as a protective cut, protective, basically ensuring against possible global economic downturns that we're seeing, possibly caused by the trade wars. Anyway, since then, Trump's come out and he's put on 10% tariffs onto China imports and so forth. We have to wait and see now what happens with the China retaliation. Are they going to retaliate with imports? Are they going to restrict the rare earth commodities? Are they going to impose sort of restrictions on US companies and so forth? So we're going to see if that heats up. But what's happened at the moment is now the anticipation of the Fed cutting rates again next meeting, September, has actually risen. I'll show you something on the chart later if I get a chance. Mindful of the time here when I spin round. It's increased by about from 50% to a 95% chance just before I came online that the Fed are going to cut rates again. So the dollar is under pressure. Stock markets are under pressure. Markets are being sold. When stock markets are being sold, bond markets tend to get bought up. When bond markets get bought up, down go the yields and down should go the currency markets. So lots going on in the currency markets this week. Now, non-farm payroll basically is an indication of how the economy is going. It's the biggest release that any central bank basically looks at. It basically tells you how many people are employed. Are they earning more money? Because obviously, as we know, the central banks, they are mandated to control inflation. If more people have jobs, more people are spending money, prices go up, inflation goes up, they've got to move interest rates. So that's basically it gives us a good sort of tone of the economy. That's why it's such a big number. So we'll be looking at that today. There's various reads that are going to come out today. We're going to have the job numbers, which you'll see. I think we're going for 160. You can see it on your screen there. Let me just pull up my screen so I'm on the same page as you. Yeah, so we're going for basically 165,000 jobs to be added to the economy. The average is about 193,000 over the last 12 months, so this is below, but last month was high, 224,000. So a bit of a slowdown in the job numbers. Average earnings is the one we look at. Average earnings, looking for a rise of 0.2% and unemployment of 3.6%. 3.6, that's not a massive number to be honest, but we do look at it anyway. So what's going to be a strong number? Well, a strong number is anything above 200,000 more people joining the workforce. An average hourly earning rate, up 0.4. Unemployment rate 3.4. If that were to happen, I would expect to see the euro dollar come back. Okay, so the euro dollar would basically target the 110.50 range, and the dollar yen on a strong number, I expect to see that bounce 107 to 120 to 107.50 zone. Okay, a weak number. A weak number basically is anything below 100,000. Remember a few months ago, the market was expecting 165,000, pretty much like this, and the jobs came in about 20,000, I think it was in February. That would be a weak number, okay? Average hourly earnings, if that doesn't increase, if that comes in flat, that will be a weak number, and the unemployment rate rising to 3.8 to 4% would be a weak number. On that basis, I would expect to see the euro dollar bounce, and the euro dollar is going to bounce possibly into the 111.50 zone, something like that, and the dollar yen on a weak number is going to come back. Personally, I think that a weak number is going to see a bigger move for the dollar than a strong number. Okay, so a weak number is going to see the US dollar being sold. Okay, we've just had the rate cut. We've now had the trade wars heating up with Trump. Stock markets are under pressure. A weak number is going to see a bigger move to the downside for the dollar than a strong number. If we have a strong number, the US dollar will rally. I think I'm going to be taking advantage of course, we have to see what price action does, and we'll do that when we go live. Basically, I would expect a strong number to see the dollar rally, but that's where I might be trying to take advantage of that, i.e. fading in to any US dollar strength. This is one set of numbers, okay? If you look at what other things that are going on in the US economy, manufacturing slowing down, retail sales are CPI were quite stronger last month, but now that we've had that one protective cut, now we're seeing this trade war, stock markets, we could be in line for another cut. And I'm going to show you something now, in fact, If I have time, do I have time? Yeah, I've got about 5 minutes. So let me just span around here. Again, if you drop chats in the YouTube, then one of my colleagues will get back to you. If you're dropping chats, I can see the chat now. There we go. 7 minutes to go, says Richard. That's right, 7 minutes to go. We'll be looking forward to this. This is something. This is just. This is a Fed watch. Okay. This basically looks at the Fed fund futures rate. This is predicting the next cut in interest rates. That 2 days ago was at 60%. This is now showing a 96% chance that the Fed are going to cut rates again on the 18th of September. That is a big, big move since Trump announced the trade tariffs on China as of yesterday. Yesterday, when we were actually out on the forex signals humding in London. But there you go, we missed that. But the likelihood of a Fed cut now has increased significantly for the next meeting. So this 1 month's worth of data isn't going to affect that too much, I don't think. So I'm going to be looking to basically fading any dollar strength. Okay, I'll take this off the chart now. When we are trading, and I'll tell you this now, I know people, my colleagues and friends in the room here, hear me say this on each and every stream. This is a tool that obviously, hopefully many of you use in the room anyway, folks. This is a tool that I think, whether you use ours or whether you use someone else's, you need to have something like this. This is a risk management tool, and I'm going to set these up now. Okay. Okay, so this is my risk management tool. I'm just risking only 0.5% of this trading account on this news event. This basically ensures that I'm never basically going to blow a trading account. I'm going to be in control of my risk each and every time. I just switch on auto trading, switch on pending orders, pulls up my lines here, and we will let's see where that goes. I need to switch those on. Okay, switch to pending order, and those lines should appear. For some reason they are. Let me just turn that off. Risk manager is on, so turn it on there, turn it on. So these lines are basically going to be my risk levels. The green line is take profit target, the red line is the stop loss level. Switch to pending order, my yellow line is my entry. Doesn't matter where I place these lines, I'm only going to be risking 0.5% on this. I'm more inclined now to be trading the dollar against the Japanese yen on this. As I say, I'm expecting, if it is a strong number, to sell dollar strength. So look here we on the dollar yen, a strong number could see this bounce up to 107. 107. Let's put on the pending order. I'm going to put in a pending sell order around there. So it's going to come in around this zone, 107.25 zone, which comes in about there. My profit target is going to be down here. So I'm expecting my profit stop loss is going to be up there. So this has worked out my risk reward ratio for me, 1.9. It's going to trade the lot size for me, risking 0.5% on this account. So I'm just going to keep that there, poised for a strong number. Dollar's going to bounce, and we'll see if indeed, we can fade into that. That is the dollar against the yen. Not so inclined to trade the euro against that, but a strong data could see this number or this market pull back down to the 110.25. Again, fading dollar strength. That means you have to buy the euro dollar. Bit of housekeeping. I am about, because of the internet, about 3 seconds behind. So whatever comes out of my mouth is going to be about 3 seconds behind the news. So don't think what I say you're going to do instantly. It's going to be 3 seconds delayed. You'll see it in the price before, on your own charts, before you see it out or hear it out of my mouth. We have got about 25 seconds to go. I will just be a little bit quiet over the release so I can absorb the numbers. I'm going to plate my pending buy stop down there, and my stop is going to be, protective stop will be down here, and we'll see how it goes. With the profit possibly back up here if it pulls back down. Here we go.
164,000.
Bang on line for numbers.
A month on month, spot 3%. Year on year, 3.2%. Unemployment rate, 3.7%. Private payrolls, 148,000. Manufacturing payrolls.
So these numbers are pretty much in line.
Hours, 34.3, with a labour force participation, 63%.
Okay.
US trade balance deficit read of 55.2 billion, prior revised deficit 55.3 billion. There has been a downward revision on the headline non-farm payrolls as well. 193 is the revised number versus the previous prior of 224,000.
Okay. So
earnings month on month as well. The prior earnings month on month read has been revised upward to spot 3% from a previous prior spot 2%. So earnings beat month on month there, spot 3%. On estimates of spot 2.
Well, so these numbers are pretty much in line. There's going to be, I would say, not a big market mover in here at the moment. My bias is still to think that the dollar is going to.
Surplus of the US now is to 5.7 billion Canadian dollars.
Okay. We're going to take a short little trade here in the dollar. Well, markets are expecting. We're taking a short trade here. I'm going to be selling here. I'm going to be risking. So we're taking a short trade here. My stops in the dollar yen now. My stops are above 107 sort of 5 zone. My take profit target is going to be. I'm just going to put my profit target down here at the moment. So we've got a better than 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. The reason why I'm doing that really is purely because I think the markets were expecting a bit of a stronger number. I think the dollar was basically wanting to go higher, having had that big fall yesterday on the tariffs. So we've just taken a short trade there, but really the numbers pretty much came in line. Shop Hub says bad for the US dollar. Well, we will see. Possibly bad for the US dollar. I will say hopefully it is bad for the US dollar. Yeah, I mean, it's not doing very much at the moment. I did actually think that this was going to be, we've just sold Mindset. We've just sold the dollar yen for a bit of a non-farm payroll. See if we can make this 6 out of 7. We'll see how we go. I think that was the bias. The momentum is behind here. The yen, if you look at the yen, I'm just going to drop between another screen here. For those of you, I know a lot of you follow me, and so you have this anyway. But for those that don't follow me day in, day out, just look at this. This is telling me exactly what is strong, what is weak at the moment. This is the 4-hour chart. This brown line here is the yen. The yen is a strong currency, so selling the dollar here against the yen, I don't think we can do too much damage. So I quite like that trade. The dollar is on its way down. Let's just go down to the shorter time frame chart. So the yen is still. This is the 15-minute chart now. The yen is still being bid across the basket. So in terms of dollar weakness, selling it against the stronger yen certainly, I think, would be the way I would be. That's the way exactly I've just positioned it. Just having a look here at the other currency pairs. What's happening against the euro? Nothing happening here against the euro. Possibly pushing up a little bit as the dollar comes under a little bit of pressure. We've got a naked trade set up there, which is what these are all about. I'll take those off for now. Okay, so let's have a look here. We've still got. What I like to look at is this momentum meter on the lower time period chart. Okay, so this momentum meter, there's 2 different settings, as you know. This is telling me what's happening at this moment in time. This moment in time, I can see. This is 60 minutes ago, an hour ago. Here we are now. Yen is getting strong. Dollar is coming back. Canadian dollar is under a bit of pressure. And in fact, the Australian dollar.
Has issued a statement on his dissent at the recent FOMC meeting.
Yeah, the Australian dollar is under a bit of a pressure at the moment as well. Let's have a look here. So, still quite FOMC, isn't it? I hear you crying. Let's get on with the competition. Not yet. Lovely trade. Lovely trade, says DJ. Which one are you on about? We're flat at the moment. Not doing very much. Oh, you had a lovely trade. Bingo, yeah. Well, I think this, I think a challenge back down to the 106 level in here is perfectly possible today. If we get back above the 107 level on that NFP, markets don't always behave as they should, as we know, trading the fundamentals. If we get a bid above, if we get buying up to 107, well, I'm quite happy to get stopped out there, quite frankly. I mean, I think it's the risk reward is certainly in the favours to the downside. Like to have seen a strong number and then sell into the dollar, but nonetheless, we've still got some downward momentum there as well. Just have a quick look at the chat here. Just having a quick look at the chat, see what's going on.
So Rosengren citing low unemployment and stability concerns.
That squawk, by the way, I think it's a central part of anyone's day trading arsenal, if you like. So you're not glued to your screen, just shout, bellows out things to me at any time when something important happens. You can ping me if you want to know more details about that, but it basically means I don't miss a trick. It also tells me sometimes when the dollars have breached certain levels and so forth, so I do encourage people to have a look at that. Anyway, just before I get on to the other events of the stream, I do need to do a bit of housekeeping for those of you that have been following my signals this week. Okay, let's just pull these across. So those that have been following the signals this week. So the news, Aussie yen. Okay, so Aussie yen, we took profits in that last night. This is from Wednesday. We had a nice pullback into this 50% zone. This retracement level, not a Fibonacci level as we know, but it's retracement level. Pull back in there. We took a short trade. We took profits at 74.10. Yeah, congratulations, you all hit some profits there. I'm pleased you enjoyed that, but we have left a bit on the table there. That doesn't matter. A profit is a profit. We don't mess with our trades once in them, but it's nice trade to the downside. I didn't know at this time that Trump was going to come out and say that he's going to put 10% tariffs on the Chinese, especially after what he said on what's happening on Tuesday about the talks going well. But of course, because of that, the Australian dollar has been smacked to smithereens. And the safe haven currency, the yen currency, the low yielding currencies, these are the currencies that have benefited. So Aussie yen, it was been pretty much a perfect trade. So anyway, just a bit of housekeeping. If you missed the morning stream, we're out of that trade, so get out of that one. The other one we took on same day. Actually, I think we took this on Wednesday as well. We sold the New Zealand CAD. We sold that, and our profit target is 86.05. Let me just have a look at that now, see where we are. If you're still in that trade, are we still in it or have we taken profits? Let's have a look. I didn't check this morning. Okay, so we're still in profit here. So we're still in profit. We are up 50 pips or so. We've been up maximum 63 pips. So we're on our way to take profit target on that one. So if you're in that one, I know I'm going to get lots of asked questions this afternoon saying, should we get out of the trade for the weekend? I'm going to run this trade. I'm running this trade. I don't normally meddle with my trades, as you well know, so we'll keep that trade going. As you know, we've also got a long euro dollar naked trade from the naked trading strategy that we talk about every morning. So that put on that trade this morning. That is doing that's doing what it's doing. Not doing very much at the moment. But that trade, this bullish pin bar came into the weekly support, gave us a good weekly or daily potential reversal. And those numbers, you know my bias there on the dollar, so that could work for us as well. Quite a close take profit target on that one. I think its second profit target is only about 100 pips. But anyway, it's looking okay. So if you're in those trades, we've cut one. We're taking profits on one. We're close to profits on the other one, and we're going to run those over the weekend. We're also going to run the euro dollar as well over the weekend. So stick with those for now. I did take profits in the euro Swiss. That was a great trade for those that followed the. We don't want that one. For those that follows the. Might as well do this on a Friday because this, as you know, comes out on a Monday. I know not everyone watches it, but it comes out on a Monday. Where is he? Let me just move it down over here.
To expand financial opening, widen market access.
Okay, so so this is our trade picks for the week. So let's finish off before we look at the other stuff on this. Bit of housekeeping, as I say. Aussie, New Zealand, that's worked out nicely, as we know. New Zealand's under pressure as well, but it's heading that way. I actually think Aussie, New Zealand still has got a bit of an entry in there. Euro Swiss, that was a great trade. I took profits on that overnight. I don't know if you did or not, but that one worked out very well. Euro Swiss, as you can see, this is the Euro Swiss. This is the sell zone that we took on Monday. That has moved down really nicely, 1,200 pips. So congratulations to me on that one. I don't want that screen again. We can close that down. Euro Swiss, the Euro Yen. Well, okay. Well, that one worked out all right as well. Euro Yen has worked out really well for the week trade. That is ending the week on lows. So That's basically 3 of those weekly picks have been profitable. I hope you've been making money this week, guys. Good end to the week. Don't always get that, but that's nice when it happens, I'm sure. Why is Mark's review on there not on the report? Mark is we all collude and a bit of space really. Mark is part of the analysis team, but we got those in there. I've been on too many pairs out there, and you will have too much to monitor. So you're nice one. Gold pick from from Max was I think Max called gold down to the 14 zone, which yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, while we were out of town, gold actually got down pretty close to his weekly target. Here's the gold market. We got down to I beg your pardon. I don't even know if Max is listening. We got bang on to 14 target for Max. So well done, Max. So 4 out of 4 on the weekly trade report. I think that's a score to us, isn't it? Score draw to us. How about the CAD? The CAD. What's happening on the CAD at the moment? Right. Let's just have a look at what else is going on in the markets. Don't worry, we're going to get to the work later. We're going to get to the work, get to the main event. Everyone's hanging back for their $500. I get it. Again, I know we've got... Oh, gosh, I didn't realise we've got 400 people in the room, in our room at the moment. So you may not have known, but we have released... If you're new and you only come in for once a month to the non-farm payroll, that's fine. But while you're here, do take a look at the new tool section, because we have released this new tool that I think you're going to find very useful in trading one of the strategies, the pullback strategy. It's a pattern finder. So you can find the engulfers, the pin bars on the different time frames, 1 hour, 15 minute. We look for engulfers. These are reversal patterns. You know I talk about these all the time. So we look for scanning, and you can see here, there's a 50. What's interesting here at the moment? There's a 15-minute pin bar on the New Zealand dollar. What's that going to do? Let's have a look here. Once you put it up, it will activate that for you. So you go straight to that trading screen. I need to refresh this one. Just had a new release, and then you can literally see exactly what that pin bar is doing. You can go over to the Trading Lab, download that absolutely free for those of you that only join me once a month, or whenever you can't get away. I don't talk about it every time, but it's now loaded up. The latest version is loaded up in the room, so do go and check it out. Right, let's have a look. What's going on? I have been looking at this, and what are we seeing? Nothing really moving. Bit of a dollar bounce from entry. Okay, so we've got... a couple of pips offside there. Again, make sure you're always trading, even if you don't use ours, even if you've got your own or you bought one from somewhere. Ours, of course, is free. Make sure you're always trading with one of these, because I'll say it quite frankly and quite honestly, if you're not managing risk on each and every trade, chances are, I would say that you are maybe not really trading. Maybe you're gambling. And we want people not to be gambling. We want people to be trading. Maximum percentage risk on each trade. The books say no more than 2%. I think that's bonkers. I think you should not be risking more than 0.5% or 0.25% on each trade for day trading. Obviously different for swing trading and so forth. But if you're day trading, 0.25%, 0.5% is absolutely fine. This ensures that you're never going to be risking more than that. So I would encourage everyone to either get, and this is the latest version as well, guys, in the room. Do come and download it if you wish. So again, it's all free as well. This is great because you can just move it around the screen and put it everywhere you like. You can minimize it as well, so it's much tidier than the initial version. US dollar pin bar on the valid pin bar on the daily. Yes, it's a valid pin bar on the daily. SM Pravev, I think so. I'm quite happy with that. Yes, JC, it was. I always thought this month is going to be a muted number. When you have the FOMC and the NFP on 1 week, and you have a cut, it's normally and Trump's tweet, Westy is correct. It was always going to be. You didn't see a big change, and it was basically in line. So this is, for me, it's just a momentum play for the dollar weakness. But which is a lot to do with this. In fact, that hasn't changed. It's still showing a 96% chance of a cut in next time out. But for me, I think it was a bit of a muted event, certainly. But there you go. Just a quick look at something I was looking at earlier, folks, on the morning stream. This Aussie New Zealand. Okay, so as you know, when you follow me, I'm always looking for pullbacks to get into a trend, and I think you'll agree that this trend, this downtrend here, basically, and just go to the daily for a minute. This is the Aussie New Zealand now. We know why the Aussie's weak, but the New Zealand's weak as well. This is the downtrend. Nicely found that moving averages on the Aussie. Aussie is weaker. I think we've got RBA out next week as well. They will certainly be looking at these new trade problems that are going on. They were the first to cut. They've cut twice already. Lowe was Governor Lowe was pretty bearish in the week, wasn't he? But then we had that big pushback on this day here. This is a great option. This enabled us to get short. I was short against the yen, but this CPI pullback. CPI came out in Australia 0.1% better than they expected. It came in at 0.7. I think they're going for 0.6 or the other way, or 0.6 and going for 0.5. So the Aussie dollar bounced like a rocket. Do rockets bounce? Rockets don't bounce, do they? Bounced like a bouncy ball. Flew like a rocket. Soared like a rocket. Because the CPI came out a little bit better than expected. And then reality set in and the Aussie's back now exactly where it should be. Anyway, we pulled back into this, obviously, with Trump. So the downtrend is still firmly intact here. This is the zone that I like to look at, from where the trend really got got to the downside. That's where we sort of saw that sort of breakout of the moving averages. They started to fan out, bit of consolidation here. Now we had that big move yesterday. This was the Trump tariff move yesterday. We're pulling back. We haven't got up to this 50%. Yeah, we haven't got up to this 50%, which is the move from there to there. It's come into previous resistance. Trend is your friend scenario. I think Aussie New Zealand, guys, is still. So keep an eye. Look out for those bearish engulfers, those bearish pin bars here on the lower time frame for your entries. And let me clear that up and see what we got. So we've got, this is rejection. I spoke about this in the morning stream here, folks. I still think this has got momentum to come back down and test these lows down at 103.50, 103.60 even, 103.50. Right. For those of you, excuse me, for those of you that are in just for the main event, rather than seeing me waffle off on a Friday afternoon on the first Friday of the month, forex signals. We had a good meeting last night. Yesterday turned into last night. A lot of the developers came over from Europe as well, so there's a whole bunch of us having dinner. And actually, we did one of these crystal maze things. I must admit, I think the lady felt sorry for me, being the oldest one, maybe the oldest one ever to do crystal maze. I'm not sure, but I did manage to get 2 crystals. But we had a group sort of bonding forex signals. So if you think forex signals is just about me, I know all my 100,000 followers, 140,000 now, well, 138,000. It's not all about me. It's not just about me. There's lots of people. Oh, hang on. Is it all about me? Maybe it is all about me. Thinking about it. Yeah. It's not all about me. There's lots of people behind the scenes. There's also Max and Mark. But predominantly the reason why we have so much success, why we are, I think, the best place in this space, the best site in the forex space on the online, is because of you, the community that we have created here. So the community that we have created here over the years. So it's basically down to you as well. We've got a whole bunch of vibrant traders, and I like to always take this opportunity to thank you all. We do it every month, but it's important that I do, to thank you all for your participation for the month that's just gone by, because without you it wouldn't be possible. Some people say to me, I've had this now, I've been doing this for 33 years, not sitting in front of this camera clearly, but I've been trading for 33 years. I joined the screens in about 2005 from the trading pits. They were my jackets. I used to stand in the trading pits. And people say to me, if you're so good at trading, why do you do this then? Why am I sitting here, doing this? Because I really enjoy the interaction, the feedback, the community that we've got here. So this is our chance to say thank you to you for helping us out and being part of the community. And by doing so, we basically give away prizes. We give away 3 prizes, $1,500 in total. Goes to the best trade signal provider, because obviously we all encourage people to trade signals. You've seen a few of mine that I put up there, but we encourage people to place trade signals. Myself, Mark, Max, mentors will comment on your trade signals as well. They don't have to be all winning trades. It helps if they are, but as long as they're articulated well, as long as there's theory behind them, then they validate as a good signal. That's what it is. It's called forex signals. It doesn't mean you're going to give up your day job by following a forex signal. That ain't going to happen. But it's a great way to learn, great way to see what other people are doing, and we like to say thank you for the contributors. So this month the prize, and myself, Max, and Mark vote for this. Last month we had a people's vote, so you all put your votes in. The other thing is, the trade contributor, trade room contributor, the person that's been in the room helping others and getting involved and just generally helping out. You can win this more than once. Doesn't mean if you won it once you can never win again. It's $500. Get involved. All right. So now I'm going to award this month's best trade signal provider. I've been watching his signals, actually, not just for this month, but over the last few months. He was on the shortlist, in fact, I think last month, but he didn't win. I don't know if it's a he, it could be a she. Yeah, it's supposed to be a he. I hope it's a me, or you never know these days, do you? But so this is going to be this award will go to. Yeah, so I've been watching the signals, and he's been absolutely great this month, although he didn't win last month. So this award goes to any votes. Here it goes. Okay, so congratulations to Rigor. Congratulations to you. That will be $500 winging its way to you right now. Well, not actually right now. Contact support. They'll make sure it gets put into your trading account. You can withdraw it straight away. There's no strings attached. You don't need to do a certain amount of trade. You can take it out if you wish to take it out straight away and take your partner out for whatever you want to do. But I encourage you to maybe start using it, start maybe trading with it as well if you are inclined, keeping risk under control. Right, okay, so congratulations to Igor. I know it's nice to say thank you, but you don't need to say thank you. It's actually well rewarded there, so I'm actually delighted for you as well. Let's have a quick look what is going on. Are we seeing anything? Seeing a bit of a bounce coming in, a bit of a bounce there, not getting too worried about that at the moment at all. Seeing muted effort, but the end's coming off a little bit. Pound's looking strong, isn't it? Pound's looking okay. CAD is weakening up today, though, isn't it? Why's the CAD weakening up? This CAD is getting CAD's weakening up. I guess the oil prices are having a bit of a wobble, are they? So oil prices are coming off a little bit, which is maybe why the CAD's coming down. Right, okay. Oh, right, I'm getting waylaid there. Right, so the best room contributor. I always see this guy in the room. Or it could be a girl. I don't know. Could be a whatever. But I always see this person in the room, always getting involved, always helping other people, always trying to lend an arm of support. So I would be, and to be honest, again, this is actually a short list from last month as well, and I think he came third the previous month as well. So it's well, or she, so it's well deserved. So I'd like to say a special thank you, because this community only works for people like this and like Regal and all the other providers in the room. Only works. So I'd like to say a good special thank you and $500 to Congrats for coming in. Good to see it. Well deserved, I would say. Right, okay, congrats. NF forex info, well deserved. I always see you in the room helping. To be honest, Wizard wins hands down every month for his support. But we've discussed this offline. But Wizard and NM, well, Wizard is now been awarded the moderator. So yeah, I'd like to welcome, actually. Good point. Thank you, Lockwood, for reminding me. A new moderator has joined the room this month, Wizard Alvin, for his continuing support as well to the community. It beggars belief how much effort Wizard puts in. I was almost expecting to see him yesterday in the Crystal Maze helping me out in there, but he wasn't there catching any of those things for me. But I mean, you wouldn't have been surprised. But anyway, Wizard, thanks indeed for everything you do. Now you're a moderator as well, so ongoing support as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you, NM Forex Info as well. Right, okay. So now it comes to the main event for all those auditors that don't get involved and just sit there watching. It's nice. Water's lovely and warm. Come in, get involved. So we will now be awarding the Random Waffle. It is random, or random. So I have no idea who's going to win. So I haven't had any flashy little videos prepared at all. So I don't know who it is. So it's just going to be, you'll see the raffle build. I have got to now pick. I've got to start the raffle. You'll see your name scroll through. And if you really, really want to test it, record it and then slow it down to make sure your name's in there. But if you want to check with this as well, you can check with support to make sure it is in there. But you can get in now for the next month. This has stopped when I came online, so you can't get involved in this month now before I hit the award. But we'll see if one of those two winners gets $1,000, because you can win both. So I go to the award section here now. So it just builds up the raffle. These are the winners from last month. Congratulations to you for last month. This is the random raffle. It says click to launch. So I'm now launching the raffle. When I hit pick a winner, you'll see your name scroll. Let's see who it is. I really hope at this juncture that the winner is someone that's actually in the room, because some people do sort of come in once and never come back. That's fine, but hopefully it's someone that's a big player in the room. We've got loads, but we'll see. Let's go. Pick a winner. Raffle building. Here we go. Come on. Yep, that's my family. That's my brother. That's my sister. That's my dog. That's my auntie. That's my uncle. Yep, they're all in there. All my family are in there. Lovely. Goes to Spanker. Never heard of him. Spanker. Spanker. Does Spanker come in the room much? Congratulations to Spanker. $500 is whizzing its way around to you as well. So congratulations on that. Well done, Spanker. Do we know who he is? Let me have a look. What was it? Spanka, was it? can't see where he's from. I've got the spelling wrong. How do we spell Spanker? Can anyone remind me? Was it S-P-A-N-K-A? S-P-A-N-K-A. Oh, maybe it's capital S. All right, well, we'll find it later. Absent. The good news is, if anyone is absent, and you're not actually tuned in for the stream, the good news is you don't have to worry about it because it all goes to my daughter, which is absolutely fine, absolutely perfect. No, it doesn't. Please don't put me on the forums telling me how bad I am. It doesn't go. It's there for him to claim any time he wants. I'm not going to give it to my daughter. We don't need it. My cousin. Absolutely. Right, what's going on? Bit of pound strength coming into the markets here. A bit of pound. The yen is collapsing, so that dollar yen might be looking a little bit fragile here. Let's have a look here. Dollar yen just bounced. So it looks like that dollar yen was a stop. That's bounced back up on the yen weakness. Not sure what's driving that yen down, but there you go. So that's just the 6 out of the 5 out of the 7. But that does happen. Why is that driving down? So this is down to what's happening now. You can see that the stock market is bouncing. Stock market is bouncing like a. There you go. Let's have a look. Stock market is bouncing, so the yen is coming back a little bit. So this is, and the stock market came right back down into that support zone there. You can see on that yellow band, it's finding a bit of support. We'll see. Yeah, that's what it is. The stocks are going back up again. But there you go. Right, folks. That is a non-farm payroll. Pretty dull non-farm payroll. On that, got stopped out on the dollar yen. That happens. If you think that's not going to happen again, then you are in the wrong business. It happens. We all get stopped out. We get on with it. We don't risk more than we can afford to lose. Some win, some lose. You have to have more winners than, well, you have to have bigger winners than you have losers, and you're halfway there. Everything else is doing all right for us. We've got everything else is okay. So Aussie yen, I don't mind Aussie yen trading. We've taken those profits off now. I'll get rid of those. So I don't mind this Aussie yen. Okay, so this little pullback you're seeing is a bit of the yen weakness. If this gets back up to, well, I would like to look at this getting back up to this zone, up to around 73.50. I think that could potentially be the next level that we need to look at from the upside. Mark Bonnell, grats to the winners. Yes, indeed, Mark. Great fun. Have a great weekend. See you next week.
Apparently, CNBC were reporting that President Trump may be open to delaying the 10% tariffs on China. We're just hearing this apparently.
Okay, so you're hearing that coming out of the squawk? So there's rumours coming out of the squawk that President Trump is open to delaying the tariffs. Has anyone ever read that book, Art of the Deal, with Donald Trump? By Donald Trump, you know, the art of the deal. Here he goes. So now he's basically saying, well, we don't know; it's not confirmed yet. But this is why this is why they're having a bit of a boost. Yeah, the stock market's having a boost. The yen's having a boost because Trump has just come out and said he might delay the tariffs. Beware. One thing I will say: if you don't follow, if you haven't got all the top expensive news feeds that you may have. Just follow Trump on Twitter, because if he's just tweeted that, I had my phone on silent as he tweeted that, because you would have got that move. And the expensive fees are great, but you don't need them.
Repeat that. Then we're just hearing again. It's not hit the main wires, but CNBC apparently saying Trump's open to delaying or halting the 10% tariff on 1st of September if China were to take action between now and then.
All right, okay, well, there's no big news there. And it's on CNBC. He didn't actually tweet it, but there you go. What is the best squawk? This is a live squawk. You can. There are other ones, but they're very expensive. But this is as good as I need, certainly. Right, folks. I will leave that there for today. So thanks for all for tuning in. Congratulations to Rigor, NM, and Spanker. It's been good to do that. So we didn't make any pips today. It does happen, but as long as you haven't risked more than you can afford, and what have you. I'll be back on this afternoon for the London Forex Market Wrap. Looks as though Max has not surfaced yet, so we'll see where he is. Hopefully he'll be back on later as well. But I'll be back on for the London Forex Market Wrap. If you are in the Aussie Pacific area, have a good weekend. Thanks indeed, folks. Possibly, Westy. Possibly indeed. Oh, and thanks all for you guys on the YouTube. If you've come in from YouTube today, watching me live, if you look down below, there's ways you can get involved. We stream live 5 days a week, 7 days a week. Stream live 5 days a week. Doing this, lots of trading tools going on, lots of signals, lots of education, some great blogs as well that are out there. Trading tools. We've got over 200 hours of training video content in there as well, which you can take part of. I know you follow me on the YouTube channel. Thank you, 139,000 of you. If you're all in the room today, I haven't checked how many came in. If you are in the room today, it will be, I guess Phil Collins will be asking me to sign the autograph soon, as opposed to the other way around. But if you are and you want to have a bit more of a taste of it, come in. You can take out a trial. We'll see you in the room next week. I think you get 7 days free trial anyway, so it doesn't cost you a dime if you don't want to stay around. But we'll hope to see you in the room. So just click the link below the YouTube video if there is one. Hopefully there's one. I don't have it on my screen, but I was told something would be there. Right, folks. Thanks indeed for tuning in today. As I say, if you're in the Asia, good night. Have a good weekend. If you're hanging around for the day, I'll see you in about 3 hours' time for the London Forex Market Wrap. Thanks, guys. Good luck.